Next up, shuttle propulsion units. Let's see. Oh. That's unfortunate.
I can't believe I'm here. On another planet. With aliens. This is amazing, Claudia. Amazing! I can't get over it. The crash at Roswell. The lights over Lubbock. The sightings in Washington, D.C. All the way back to ancient times. Jerusalem and Rome. It was them. The pyramids. Stonehenge, Atlantis. Atlantis is real, by the way. It was all they're doing. It must have been. Look at this technology. It's just what was needed to move those massive stones. If only Claudia was here to see this.
Ow. Yeah, obviously Atlantis is real. You need to tell me that. Okay, this actually looks like an interesting challenge here. So, first off, I noticed that these blocks, I don't think that's gonna be that important, but these blocks are actually not symmetrical, right? We have this kind of side, the hollow side, we have the non-hollow side to them, and they have these, I don't know, ringy sides. Which means, importantly, that I cannot just bring them out like this and weld them together, right? Oops. This won't do. What I need is I need them to be turned around before I weld them, which is already unfortunate, because that will immediately penalize my score, because as we've learned, turning things around will will create a delay. So, yeah. Now, that's all good, but the other challenge is, these two parts are of different lengths, and I need the same number of each of them, which means I need to somehow evenly separate my inputs into batches of 2 and 3. And I wonder how I should go about doing that. Yeah, I'm immediately thinking, am I going to need 2 separate welding stations? Like, something I definitely could do is I could just, you know, make a 5 long holding area and then put 3 pistons. Oops. Hello? Something, well, I could do something like this. That would be a simple option. 3 pistons this way and say 3 pistons facing this way, right? And then once we reach this far, I separate them, I weld them immediately, and we're good. Right, that could work. But this is not gonna be... This is not immediately, obviously, the most efficient choice that is available to me. Because, first of all, this will be using 2 sets of... Actually, will it? Oh, wait. So I was thinking immediately, my original idea was to have 2 sets of welders, something like this, right? You could have 3 here and 2 there, and we would just get the welded parts and pipe them straight into the output. However, that is not actually necessary, because I just need everything welded, and so long as they are salamis, it's enough for me to have a single conveyor going, right? If we imagine that everything lands on this single conveyor, which wouldn't be an issue, it's enough for me to just add 2 welders on it, and everything passing through here will get welded no matter how long. So 2s and 3s will get welded. Now, can I separate a 2 from a 3 here easily? I mean, I definitely can with a piston, I'm pretty sure. But that's thinking a bit too far. For now, I'm immediately starting to think of something perhaps even more efficient than having just 2 welders here. Obviously, I will need the 2 welders regardless, but something I can potentially, maybe perhaps optimize is the number of pistons I need. So right now I have my 5 pistons for every single cube, but instead I could try to somehow process them in smaller batches. So what the original idea would be, a 3 is actually a 2, right? So it's this thing with an extra cube added to it. So no matter what output I'm trying to create, I'm going to make a 2 first. I will have to make a 2 first. And perhaps somehow I could just force everything to make 2s, and then for every other 2 I could weld an extra cube onto it. But then again, that will require an extra set of welders. And it'll be kind of complex logic, I think. So yeah, actually don't think that's probably going to be optimal. So I think I'm probably gonna go with this setup. Okay, give me a moment and I'll try to think of anything different, and if not, I'm gonna implement this. So one other idea that came to mind would be to separate them using an output detector. So the simple case, right? Obviously, I wouldn't actually build it exactly like this, but I think it's easier to explain. If we have an output of 2, right? I could put a detector down here, right? And then I know that a single 2, right? It's already separated correctly. So at this point, I know that the 2 is going into the output, which means it could lead back somewhere, wherever, right? And it could activate some pistons that would push out a 3, right? So it would activate these 3 pistons. And that way, I get 3s only when a 2 passes, and then I will get 2s somehow by default, right? So for a 3 will go through without activating any pistons, right? That would be fine. And yeah, actually, that sounds pretty simple. I think I could actually manage that. Potentially, yeah. So a 3 does not activate my pistons. So the next batch comes out as a 2. Although it would probably be easier to detect 3s. Because if I'm welding stuff, then my default will be a 3. So the first 3 blocks that come by default will all get welded together, and they will form a 3, which means, yeah, this would be my default detection, and then 2s come in. Okay. Just like before, I'm still gonna think about this some more, but this sounds great, actually. This sounds like a fairly simple solution, and yet elegant. But maybe there is more. Or maybe I missed something and this will never work. Yeah, no, I think let's try building this. It seems quite doable. And yeah, I don't see any improvements, really. There probably are many improvements available, but for me. Okay, so, first of all, I don't like this setup. Because it uses one too many conveyors. So I could do this instead. I think this would be better. Right, and this will be my actual output. Well, my line. Oops, what's that? Yeah, so this is where I'm going to be building. And I think I will weld everything immediately, so I can just do this. Oops, come on. Yeah, that actually kind of sucks. The support for this is... Oh well, we'll optimize later. Yeah, so this is fine. Now, we have the issue of everything getting welded too early. So, what I'm gonna want to do is I'm gonna want to put a piston here, actually, sounds good. And I'm gonna wanna add a detector. When we have a 3, right, we will immediately push out our result. What's a good wiring? Is this it? I don't know. So this will push out 3s. Wait, this will... Wait, what? Excuse me? 3? What? How is that possible? Wait. Oh. Okay, I think reducing input rate might actually save us here. Yeah, it does. I'm not sure if that's a... Wait, no, it doesn't. What? So, yeah, as the... Let's see. So right here, the thing gets pushed out, but now this block enters the container, the conveyor, and right now it's trying to go left, but of course it's blocked by the piston, and yet the next block is already coming, so it's gonna try to push it off, which it cannot. Right, yeah, so input rate doesn't really matter because we will always have a backlog. So I might as well have maximum input rate. I mean, I can just put a brake here. I could also, I think actually a fix could be to put a piston here. Would that fix it? I think that might fix it actually, right? We immediately free up the space. Yes, yes. Okay, that's good. So this is great. Now we just have a constant output of 3s. This is good. However, now I need to detect when a 3 is passing by. So let's just immediately get it going. At some point, let's see, this is gonna have to be precise timing. So, okay, this tick, or next tick, or this tick, I'm not sure which. Above this third block, I will need to detect the presence of my 3 and send another pulse to this piston that will push out a 2. Okay, that's cool. So right here, I can put a sensor, detector. Right, and just wire it back. Wait, that's not the detector. Damn it. Okay. And then wire it like so. And I think that's actually it. That's actually it for my entire welding setup. Ooh. Oh, wait a moment. Okay, that's fine. Wait, is it? So, just for the sake of testing, I'm gonna let the 3s fall so that they don't have this piston extended. Right, that's immediately a problem we had, is the 3 takes too long to... Oh, goodness, the controls on the timing is so weird. Yeah, so the piston gets extended. I think I'm extending it too early, so I will want to move this sensor one to the left. But another issue is, as the 3 is passing, the piston remains extended, and that of course breaks my system. So what I want to do for now, let's just see if this works. Allow the 3 to fall down, which means it will only activate the piston for 1 tick. Yeah. Perfect. Ooh, this is actually perfect. This is great. And actually, we're pretty much done here. I want to reduce my footprint score by moving my sensors around. While we're at it, I might as well, I think. Right, so actually, no, let's keep this the way it was. Oops. So this is fine. I don't need. Okay, I'm just thinking here. Actually, don't need either of these. Man. Let's support it. So a triple and a double, and they're already separate. So that's pretty much it. Now I just need to route them into the output. What's the most efficient way of doing that? Okay, I actually do not want them separate yet. I realize. I do not want the threes and doubles separate yet because I want to reuse the same line to bring them over, and then I can separate them cheaply. Okay, how do I force them on the same plane? Okay, first of all, I just realized I am pushing them away from the output with the piston, right? The output is to our right, and my piston is pushing them to the left. So what I want is I actually want to flip the entire contraption so that they get pushed this way. Yeah, I'm gonna do that real quick. I'll be right back. All right, this is what I've got. Exactly the same setup except flipped around. I kind of prefer this setup actually for support. I don't know why the pillar seems nicer for some reason. Okay, whatever. So yeah, same thing. Threes come in, they get pushed. Twos come. Aha! No, I did not want the pillar because I want the space. So let's. I don't know. No, that's. Okay, again, threes come in, twos come in. They now land very conveniently on the same plane, on the same line, which means I can use the same conveyor to just bring them all the way over. Again, I'm gonna save on some. This sucks. The need for support sucks. Yeah, no, that will cost me footprints. How greedy I am. So, yeah, something like this will work. Actually, I think I want them further to the left immediately. But yeah, they get brought over. Yes. Yes, this is perfect. And now all I need to do is just create a hole. I don't like how this doesn't line up. But yeah, the idea is I can just do this. And then twos will fall down. And here threes will fall down. Right? Simple as that. So this is actually a complete solution. Yep, there you go. They're also perfectly in sync, so that's nice. Okay, I think in order to save on these conveyors, I have two conveyors leading into the output. These are unnecessary. I will want to move. This is hard. Over by 2. Yeah, and then like this. I think this is what I want. Let's see. Actually, let's get rid of these. So the triple moves? Yes, and the double moves. Great. So now I can demolish all this. remove, and the double pulls through here. So I want, dang it. Okay, and the triple will fold through there. And that's it. Let's see. Yep. Okay. Final. No. Wait, let's. I'm trying to see which. What pattern can I use for my footprint saving techniques? Okay, so I need this block, I think. Yeah, I need this block for the double, which means the pattern is gonna be this. Ooh, lines up. Nice. Cool. So there we go. I think that'll be my solution. I don't like how this is so large. It's jutting out very far. Oh well. Let's see, footprint 27. Oh, I still haven't solved this issue. So let's put a barrier here. Let's see what kind of score we get. I love how they're perfectly synchronized as well. It's neat. I wonder if there's a more efficient way to... No, there really isn't. Is there a more efficient way to detect the 3 without going this far out? Maybe, okay, I think actually there might be. Yeah, there probably is. Power couple, solve shuttle propulsion use with a solution that contains only. Solve shuttle propulsion units with a solution that contains only 2 welders. First try, that's nice. I think I can improve this further. So, I don't actually need to push the 3 out this way with this conveyor. Instead, I think I can just detect the falling guy. So let's see. Yeah, the guy falls down. Yeah, and as soon as it reaches which block? The bottom? Wait, I'm not sure. Let's just try it. It's hard to tell with these block animations. Let's line it up. Can I? I wonder. Oh, I can route the conduit through the block. Like so. That's an option. Let's see. 3, 2. Okay, that's good. Now I just want to bring them over. I want to, again, immediately take it out of the equation. So 3, 2. Oh, oops. Oops. Let's see. 3, 2. 2 again. Oh, right, of course. Of course. I need separate outputs for 2s and 3s. Although, wait a minute. It's still fine. It's fine. I can save this. 3s are larger, so I can put it here. And that's it. I don't like how these conduits work. I hate the fact that the sensors themselves do not transmit signal. Wait, or do they? It's not gonna be useful here. Whatever. So 3, 2, 3, 2. Perfect. Ooh, this is nice and clean. I'm happy with this. This is good stuff. Yep. I wonder what can be done. That even improved my cycle score somehow. Footprint score, clearly much better. Still not the best. Clearly there's people that managed to solve this much more efficiently. Block score, decent. Yeah, so this is overall a decent solution. I'm pretty happy with how simple it is. I really don't see much that can be improved in terms of footprint here. Frankly, I just... well, I guess I can use a vertical sensor here. Yeah. That will... Wait, that doesn't actually save me anything, unfortunately. I could sacrifice a little bit of block score to save some footprint. But it's not... I think that's worth it. Wait, are conduits counted as blocks? Or are they perhaps as free as regular blocks? Because conduits seem simple. Let's see. Blocks, wait, I can see already. Block 62. Happens if I remove this. Yeah. Redstone is a block. Okay, I'm gonna think about it a little bit more. I honestly don't think there's much to improve here. Huh. Check this out. I just realized something. You remember how we discovered that blocks piling up actually count for footprint score? Well, it's actually not just blocks that are present there by the time we are done and evaluated. It's actually tracing the entire footprint created by blocks passing over other blocks. So if you take a look, right, these blocks, it's gonna be especially clear here. Yes, see? It's drawing a path where it passes. So that's where some of the footprint comes from. That actually means, for one, I don't need these elaborate contraptions. Instead, I can just put blocks here. I might as well, right? The blocks themselves are free, and it's gonna look better. But also, interestingly enough, I don't think I'm gonna try it here right now, but potentially I want not just the footprint of my factory to be small. I actually want to try to keep my processing area, the path that the blocks passing through the factory I cannot say it. I want to try to process blocks under my factory, basically, right? So as soon as I use a single block of footprint somewhere up above, if I can manage to always have my blocks under other blocks of my factory, not blocks, my processed items under the actual blocks of my factory, that would be cheaper in terms of footprint score. Again, I'm not going to optimize it here, but that's potentially something to keep in mind for the future. And besides, I don't think there's much to be done here. There is not enough footprint to really force processing anywhere, and I do need to move my blocks over to the right. So, yeah. I wonder. Wait a minute. Wait. Actually, I can. Wait, can? No, I can't. Can I? No, wait. Yeah, no, I cannot. Doesn't matter. Whatever. Okay, I'm done. I'm done for this one. I'm pretty happy with this. I'm actually pretty happy with it both for... excuse me? Right. Sure. Both for footprint and block score and for cycle score. This seems to be fairly... Dang it. It seems to be fairly efficient in both regards. And overall, after that last one, I'm not sure I even want to care about cycle scores that much. I think I might institute a new rule where I just try to come up with the best overall solution without trying to separately optimize different scores, different assets. Facet? Is that the word? Of the score. Okay, I'm done. Wave detection array. Let's see here. Okay, any failure logs? No, no voice messages. Oops. There I go. Alright. So what inputs do we have? Just 2 inputs. 2 different kinds of blocks. Okay, I think this is probably the most complex schematic we've had to assemble so far. Consisting of 2 different blocks. Or 2 different kinds of blocks. Okay, so immediately I'm noticing the output part has unbalanced block counts here. So we have a single core, but a single core uses 2 of these white ones, right? For both parts. They are obviously the same. Which means, given that we only have 2 inputs, if the inputs are balanced and the outputs aren't, then we're gonna have to discard some of the cores, right? Because we don't need as many cores as we need the white blocks. However, maybe actually this is taken into account and our input rates for the different inputs are different. Oh, it looks like that's the case. Aha, so, right. So input rates for these blocks are actually perfectly balanced, which is nice. So I won't have to worry about that. I won't have to worry about needing to discard unused blocks. Okay. Next thought. Obviously, I won't want to create 2 separate assembly stations. I just want a single assembly station for this kind of part, and then at the end I will want to separate them, one to the left, one to the right. And the only question is, how do I assemble this efficiently? Okay, let's see. So let's crank input rate to max as usual. That will allow for better cycle score if I can make use of it, which I'm not sure I can. Alright, so next thing I'm thinking, I have no ability to rotate blocks, which means, because these parts, so the white block is on the left of the core as they come in, but I need 1 white block on the left and I need 1 white block on the right. That's actually kind of a challenge. If you just imagine that the core goes forward, and because we don't have any verticality, at least not early, we have no way of passing a white block to the right, right? Because it will have to cross this conveyor, which isn't possible. So I think what I'm actually gonna want is probably, I will want to push, I will want to push cores into the stream of these guys. Which sounds like a major pain, especially with a high input rate. So yeah, if we had a low input rate, this would be fine. Yeah, so I could just do this, right? With a low input rate, this is easy. This is absolutely easy peasy. Just like this. Well, something along those lines. But with a high input rate, we're gonna have a problem here. Yes. I am going to need... So, and that I think that is pretty much the only challenge I need to solve for this level. Is how do I efficiently pack cores into a stream of white blocks. Okay, let me think about this. I don't have any good ideas immediately. Okay, I've been staring at this for a while now, and I can't say I have any promising ideas so far, but I do have some thoughts. So, first of all, my initial idea, as for any other level, is to maximize my input rate, which means, you know, potentially maximizing output rate, which means potentially minimizing cycle score, which is something we want. But, as we've learned, so long as we put input rate at maximum, the blocks, at least the most common blocks, which are these white ones in this case, will come out as a salami, just back to back. And again, as we've learned in the previous levels, the salami actually cannot do anything other than be a salami and travel on a conveyor forward in the direction it started in. We cannot turn it around, we cannot push it with pistons, we can't do anything to it other than just have it going straight. Now, in the previous levels, this didn't actually matter that much. Mostly what it meant is that at some point, my input would get blocked, right? So, blocks are trying to come out, but they cannot because there is nowhere for them to move. However, in this case, because my inputs are balanced against each other, right? We have 2 white blocks coming in for each core. This means that so long as even one input white block gets stuck or doesn't get pushed out, we are going to have a mismatch on our hands, right? We will have an incorrect ratio between cores and white blocks, which means that for this level, it is actually crucial that nothing gets stuck, or if something gets stuck, then I need a proportionate amount of stackage for the other one, right? So this would work probably. I could, you know, have them both stuck and just push out whatever I need, like with pistons, for example. You know, 1 piston here and 2 pistons here. This would work, but that's, I mean, probably unnecessary. I might as well just utilize input rates for this. So immediately, since I cannot utilize the salami, I feel perfectly safe reducing my input rate by 1. So now this is my reduced input rate. And having played around with the timings of this input rate for a little bit, I discovered that I can build something that looks like this. This looks surprisingly nice, but also I don't know what to do with it next. Look at this. These are great. Right? They look perfect. If only they were actually aligned the way I need them. Which they are not. And I'm not yet sure how or if I could align them correctly. I wonder if I just try to turn around like that. Nah, no way, right? No, it... See, it feels so close, right? It just doesn't... Yeah, we have a problem with the backlog here. The white blocks start piling up, and as I've explained, that's not a good thing. In fact, it actually breaks immediately. So yeah, this is... So far, this is all I've come up with. I don't think using pistons is gonna be an option here either. Although... when do I push? So, okay. What happens if I push on this block right now? And push it that way? Could that work? Actually, let's check. I haven't tested this. As soon as I came up with this, started recording again. So let's see about this. Okay, let's be careful here. So this block will enter there, get pushed, and it will travel. I think we actually have no backlog here. I think this is good. Wait, this actually works. Ooh, that's cool. That actually works. It will be a little bit of a pain to work with. I will have to. Yeah, I will have to move the. Yeah, I'll have to collect them into these threes in order to weld them together. But well, for now, let's try to move this earlier on. I think even this much is good. Just like so. Add a detector. Actually, let's. Oh, that's fine. Like so, and yeah, I will want them sideways. So let's see about this. Oops. See what this looks like. Wait, that broke in an unexpected way. Am I too close to the source somehow? Let's try bring it one more out. See how that looks. So piston here. Support wire. Sensor, and out. Does this look good? No. Wait, what's... Why did it look good before and now it doesn't? What's... I thought we were fine. Okay, let me undo all this. I felt like in this setup, the gap looked just good enough to actually work in the long term. Let's switch this closer. So no delay here. This thing gets pushed a little bit to the left, but that's fine because it had the gap to get pushed into, right? This gap. And this guy, this block just keeps traveling forever. It doesn't get stopped at all. So it seems like we're fine. Oh. Oh. I think I see now. The problem is not with the piston. The problem is with turning the output. Oh, man. Seriously? So this will work. Yep, that works. This works great. But as soon as something needs to actually happen... Oh man, seriously? Oh, I hate this. What the hell? Oh no, come on. What? Okay. Could I do something differently here? Maybe have this conveyor instead of it facing that way. Maybe I could have them meet in such a way that the piston would push them out into this direction. But that will mess with the timings here. Wait, will it? Yeah, I think we'll have an issue with timings. Okay, give me a moment here. Oh man, check this out. I just added some welders. And here's what happens. Absolutely no delay. This is perfectly reliable. I believe. Not even with this backlog, or whatever you want to call it, overflow. Just keeps going like clockwork. However, as you can see, obviously, they are facing the wrong way. I cannot just bring them in. Oops. This won't work. What a shame. Okay, maybe if maybe further? Maybe? I'm just hoping maybe the game accepts. No. No, orientation is important. If only I had some rotary machinery to rotate them once they are assembled. Thing is, I cannot really achieve, what's the word? The same kind of delay or the same kind of alignment when I try to make them go in a different direction. So that's unfortunate. Now, just to explain real quick why this, even though it has a piston and it has this delay, why this doesn't create the same backlog issue, the same build-up problem that we had without the welders, without this contraption. The thing is, this does kind of have a delay when it gets pushed out by the piston. However, so like right now, this block, not right now, but at this point, this block does get stuck and it cannot proceed. However, because what got pushed out was not a single block, but rather 3 blocks, we actually made way for a bunch more, and this block that was waiting does not have to wait for this piston to retract right now, right? This piston is currently retracting, but because it freed up 3 blocks of space, these 2 blocks are actually empty even as it is retracting, and we can fill it with the next batch, and it's all good. So, maybe I hope this game gives me a rotation block in the future. So I think this would be a fairly neat solution for a rotary block, or utilizing a rotary block. But with my current capabilities, I don't think this will work, unfortunately. Maybe I should still try to line this up somehow, but I don't see any way. By the way, I'm just curious, what happens if you get crushed when the factory is running? Like if I stand here. Oh. I was hoping for an achievement similar to this one, but no. What to do? Aha! Actually, it was possible to just turn it around. So the same idea for the timing, except instead of ending up on this kind of line, they end up in a line facing that way, which is suitable for me for the welder. So yeah, same thing, right? The alignment, let me just, I guess, show it real quick. The alignment looks the same, except now these guys take a special detour to make them line up in terms of timing with these ones. It still feels weird to utilize timing like that, you know, to put a delay that just works at the start of the, well, at the first tick of the factory, or whatever you want to call it, at the first cycle of the factory. But it seems like that is actually useful in this game, probably. So yeah, same situation, right? We have these triples, and I can just utilize the same piston approach as before to make them all end up on the same line. And now I just need to weld them, which shouldn't be too difficult, right? As soon as this guy is off, I just put 2 welders here. It might be here or it might be next block, I'm not sure. Let's see if this works. I don't know, I'm just gonna wing it. piston might as well go on this side. And a detector and a wire. And then we're just gonna have to bring them out that way, right? I feel like this is going to break. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Oh man. Stupid lineup. Okay, I think my welding timing is not right. Let me just move this off by 1, I think. I'm actually not sure what I'm doing right now. Just trying different things. Let's see. Weld, out. Perfect. Okay, yeah, so I'm not gonna bother trying to understand what I did here and why that timing did work and this didn't. Or rather, this did and that didn't. I'm just gonna say I'm happy with my situation and I'm just gonna win the game and complete this level. I think this is pretty decent, you know, 2 welders. Fairly simple setup, pretty high input rate. I think my actual optimal solution to this level is going to be one involving rotation blocks, especially considering the fact that these triples are much cheaper to transport sideways like this, because I can make use of these gaps, right? Do like 2, and then 1 more, 2, 1. So this is a block score cheap and actually footprint score, because right now this thing is, yeah, they are drawing a huge path. So yeah, I'm gonna assume rotation block is available later on in the game, and I should make a note to come back to this level and to improve it, but for now, yeah, I'm just gonna go with this, except I still need to separate them. Obviously just use 1 conveyor to bring it all the way there. And then I'm gonna need, let's see. I'm gonna have a detector. I think down here is good. Whatever. Let's just first see the lineup. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna detect down here when it falls on the conveyor. Right, and push. Okay, pushing this off is gonna be a bit of a pain, so let's actually update our conveyor setup. Like so. There we go. So again, my sensor is gonna be here for footprints. And as it gets activated, we are on the second to last block, so just put a piston here, and we're good. There we go. I'm pretty confident with this solution, so I think I might as well. Okay, so this is gonna get pushed off. Like so. 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay, this is exact and out. Something along these lines. Something along these lines. Yep. Yep. Optimization. Solve wave detection array with a footprint of 100 or less. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could manage a much lower footprint if I had rotation blocks. But yeah, looks like a very good cycle score, ahead of the curve. I mean, I'm ahead of the curve by a bit in all categories, but yeah, not amazing in anything except perhaps cycle score. Cycle score is pretty good. This is, yeah, I feel like this is pretty much the optimal cycle score that I could have gotten. I don't like the fact that it seems like I'm putting out one too many here. So like at some point 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So right now goes in 0. I don't need any more, but it goes in. Just because it takes some time for that thing to reach that there. Which actually... Is there an improvement to this? No, I don't know. I feel like maybe, probably if I bring it this way instead of that, this is at least gonna be cheaper in terms of blocks, right? Because I don't need to bring that as far. Yeah, I think. Okay, let me update this. Yeah, so I'm just bringing the pipe. Oh, I'm so dumb. Oh man. It took implementing it and starting to record the segment to realize that this was completely dumb, because this didn't change the path of the part and this piston would just get in the way. In fact, this is something I noticed earlier and fixed. Yeah. Okay, I'll have to undo everything. Alright. This is me then. I'm waiting for that rotary block.